So in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly install the Dexcom continuous glucose monitor. These same principles will apply to Libre and other CGMs, but we're going to focus on the Dexcom. So the Dexcom is a continuous glucose monitor, which means that it is continuously measuring blood sugar passively, which means I don't have to do anything. I don't have to take a finger stick and a drop of blood. It's happening continuously and passively in the background. And this is actually going to be measuring blood sugar every 5 minutes, transferring the data to my phone. You can start to use the data to optimize your blood sugar in real time. Of every single device I've tested, this is one of the most powerful I've ever seen in terms of how we can make smarter choices day to day. The first thing it's going to help you do is figure out when I'm eating, how high does my blood sugar go? And you'll start to be able to quickly identify trigger foods or trigger meals that take your blood sugar out of range high. The powerful part about this is we often don't even feel that our blood sugar has gone high. We just eat, go back to our normal day-to-day. If we had a very heavy carb meal, maybe we'll get a little sleepy, but we don't have an exact way to quantify how high blood sugar goes. And when blood sugar goes out of range high, it leads to weight gain, it leads to metabolic dysfunction, it can lead to dysregulated sleep, it can lead to dysregulated hormones. There's just a ton of cascading downstream things that go wrong when we don't know how to control our own blood sugar. So first, we're going to show you how to install the CGM. Then I'm going to show you how to calibrate the CGM. This is a really, really important step that a lot of people completely skip. We have to calibrate the CGM to an actual finger stick blood glucometer. That's going to make the readings on the CGM much more consistent. So we're going to show you how to install CGM. We're going to show you how to calibrate CGM. And then we're going to show you how to read data on CGM, both within the CGM app and also in Heads Up. So first, we take the CGM out of the box. And there's the button here. This is going to apply the CGM. And we typically want to either put the CGM here on the stomach, or we want to put the CGM here on the back of the arm. So in this demo, we'll use the back of the arm, and you want to just kind of find that soft spot on the tricep. If you go a little too high or a little too low, it can get a little painful. There's just that little sweet spot right here on the arm. What you'll notice as you start wearing CGM is even where you install it can actually have an impact on the readings. So you really want to try to be consistent and find that same sweet spot. So I usually just kind of calibrate it here. I'm going to be looking right just in that soft spot on the tricep. The button is here. So once you find the spot that you want, just take a deep breath in, put some pressure on the container, push the button. And I like to hold it here for a second or two just to give the adhesive a chance to really stick and remove. Now you can see the CGM is on. I'll just run my hand around it just to get the adhesive and make sure that it's nice and tight. And that's step one, is installing the CGM. Now we're going to move to step two, which is getting it connected to the app, and then I'll show you how to calibrate it. So now we're on step two. Now that we've installed the CGM on the arm, we've downloaded the Dexcom app onto our phone. We're going to pair the CGM to the phone so that it starts transmitting the readings. So once you download and open the Dexcom app, I'm going to hit Start New Sensor. And basically, we're just going to scan the barcode on the container. Once it identifies the sensor, it's going to give us a little message to say, do you want to pair the sensor with the phone? Usually takes a minute or two for it to pick up. There we go. So we're going to pair the sensor to the phone. And now you can see it's going to do a warm-up period. So you've got to wait 25 minutes for the sensor to warm up. Once the sensor has warmed up, then we can do the calibration reading. I strongly recommend applying the sensor in the morning before you've eaten anything, and to do the first calibration reading, again, fasted in the morning before you've eaten anything. If you install the sensor just after you ate, or in the middle of the day when you're going about day to day, doing activities, your blood sugar may already start to be going up and down. So it's really hard to get a clean reading and a clean calibration. So I always recommend install in the morning, sync in the morning, do the first calibration in the morning before you eat or drink anything. That's going to give you the best and most consistent reading over the life of this sensor. So once the warm-up period has completed, we'll show you how to calibrate. All right, so now that we've installed the continuous glucose monitor, we've gone through the warm-up period. The next thing we want to do is add the calibration reading. I just took the calibration reading from the glucometer. So here's how we enter it in. In the Dexcom app, we're going to click on the plus icon here, and we're going to click to add a blood glucose reading. We're going to log the calibration, and we're going to enter the value of the calibration. Once we do that, it's going to calibrate the glucometer to the CGM. I recommend doing this the first 2 or 3 days you have the CGM. Do it first thing in the morning. Take a finger stick reading before you've had any food or drink. Calibrate the CGM in the morning fasted, at least on the first day and ideally also on the second and third day. That's going to give you consistent readings throughout the course of the 10-day sensor. Thanks.